Every second you spend comparing your life to someone else's is a second spent forgetting how far you've already come on your own journey. You keep trying to be someone else's idea of perfect while quietly killing the most honest version of yourself. The more you chase validation from others, the further you drift from your own inner peace. You scroll through hundreds of smiles, but forget to check in with your own heart. You keep waiting for life to start, not realizing it already began the moment you started waiting. Sometimes the reason you're so tired isn't because you're busy, but because you're constantly pretending you're okay. You plan every detail of your future, yet ignore the present moment, begging to be lived. You look for love in texts and timelines, but miss the quiet kindness sitting right beside you. You stay up all night overthinking, solving problems that only exist in your imagination. You fear being alone, but rarely spend time understanding who you really are without the noise. You put on a smile to avoid explaining your sadness to people who still wouldn't understand. You smile to make others feel safe, while your own heart breaks quietly in the background. You replay old memories so often, you've forgotten to make space for new ones. You're not falling behind. You're just moving at a pace that protects your sanity. You tell yourself you're fine, but deep down, even your silence is screaming. You sacrifice sleep to chase dreams you nitrogen monoxide longer believe in, just to prove a point. You keep forgiving people who never say sorry while blaming yourself for caring too much. You crave peace, yet keep returning to places that only bring you pain. You're not afraid of failure. You're afraid of disappointing people who never truly supported you. You're constantly giving others the love you never learned to give yourself. You overthink what you said 5 days ago, but ignore the kindness you showed this morning. You don't want attention. You want someone who listens without needing to be asked. You're chasing happiness like it's somewhere else, while it waits quietly inside the life you already have. You fear being forgotten, yet keep hiding who you really are. You post your best days online, but cry quietly on the days you feel most alone. You perform so well for approval, the real version of you never gets a chance to breathe. You think people are ignoring you, but really, you've just forgotten how to speak your truth. You apologize for being emotional when all you really need is space to feel. You chase dreams society gave you, not realizing they don't belong to your heart. You scroll for hours avoiding the only conversation that could truly heal you, the one with yourself. You chase closure from others when the real closure comes from finally choosing peace over answers. You call it growth, but it's really survival, trying to keep your spirit alive in a world that doesn't listen. You wish for freedom, but hold tightly to the chains of familiarity. You fear endings, yet refuse to let go of chapters already written in pain. You seek clarity from everyone except the one person who knows you best, yourself. You want to be understood, but you've buried your voice under years of being agreeable. You wear strength like armor, but all your soul wants is a place to rest. You're chasing approval from people too lost to value anything real. You confuse being busy with being fulfilled. You want a soft life, but keep choosing hard paths just to feel worthy. You build walls to protect yourself, but now you're just stuck inside them. You pour your heart into someone who never learned how to hold it with care. You're exhausted not from doing too much, but from constantly doing what doesn't align with your heart. You laugh loudest when you're hurting most. It's not a mask. It's survival. You say you're over it, but your heart still whispers their name in silence. You wish they saw your worth, but maybe they were never meant to understand your value. You fight for people who would never notice if you stopped showing up. You want calm, yet feed the chaos by refusing to set boundaries. You know what needs to change, but fear the version of yourself who might finally be free. You keep hoping things will get better, but healing begins the moment you decide you deserve better.